Hey guys, this is Cam. Welcome to another episode for Weight Loss Ninjas. Today I'm going to go over reasons why you shouldn't do the keto diet. The keto diet is a very popular diet right now. A lot of people are doing it. A lot of people have managed to lose weight. But as someone that has done it themselves, I can go over some of the bad things and why maybe the keto diet may not be the best option for you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of the reasons why. Okay, so first and foremost, you should not do this diet if you've had kidney or liver problems. The reason is because while you're in ketosis, you will begin to switch from glucose, which is from carbs and sugar, to fat for fuel. And in order to do that, your body has to make something called ketone bodies, and that's produced in your livers. Now, you already make ketone bodies, but when you're on the keto diet, obviously you're going to need more of them, which means your liver is going to have to work harder. In addition to that, you plan on peeing a lot, because when you're in ketosis, one of the signs that you're in ketosis is when you start using the bathroom a lot. And so obviously your body has to process more urine, and so that's going to be harder on your kidneys. Now, the reason you are processing more urine is for the fact that your body wants to keep using glucose. So it's going to start going to your glucose reserves, and your body stores glucose in water. So that's why you'll have people who do the keto diet experience a rapid weight loss in the beginning, and they think that they're losing a bunch of weight, and they are losing weight, but they're not losing fat, they're losing water weight. So that's another thing. It can be misleading because, oh, I lost 10 pounds my first week. Well, 5 of those pounds were water. So, I mean, either way. So the point is that if you have kidney or liver problems, please speak to your doctor before you try the keto diet, because it's going to be hard on your kidneys and liver. Next one is kind of gross, but it's something you need to know. People that have issues with constipation, keto exacerbates constipation. Now, this is actually a problem I had because it runs in my family. Because what happens is you're not eating that much fiber, because you're cutting most of the fiber in our diets have sugar and carbs. For example, apples are high in fiber and are also high in sugar. So that's going to be gone. So with all that fiber out of your diet, sometimes you can find it to be really hard to pass stools. And so that's why it can be hard. A lot of people on keto end up taking keto-friendly fiber supplements. That's what I did. So if you already have constipation issues, expect that to be exacerbated on the keto diet. There are some foods you can eat that don't have that still have some fiber, but it's very hard. A lot of people just end up taking fiber supplements. Okay, number 3. You probably shouldn't do keto if you are easily influenced in social situations. So I remember during the summer of 2017, I would go to a family function, because we always have like barbecues in the summer, and it was hard watching other people eat my aunt's world famous potato salad and barbecue ribs. I could eat the ribs, I just had to wash off the sauce, but the potato salad I couldn't touch. And there's so many foods that you're not going to be able to touch. So for example, if you're a guy like me and you want to hang out with your buddies and watch the game, you're not going to be able to eat any of the chili, because obviously chili is not keto, it has beans in it. So you can bring your own stuff, but still, you're just not going to be able to partake with other people. That's why there's so many keto support groups on social media sites, because you're going to be isolated when it comes to social events, because most social events involve food. And most of the food that is in social events is cheap, because it's cheaper to feed a lot of people, and you're not going to be able to partake. So if you can't handle that and not being able to participate in social situations and seeing others enjoy certain foods and you not being able to partake, then maybe the keto diet isn't going to work for you. Okay, next is, and I'm really not trying to be rude or anything, but it's just something you need to know. If you're barely making ends meet, this probably isn't the best diet for you. And the reason I say that is because it's going to be costly to do it. Now, you can see a whole bunch of videos on YouTube, how to do keto cheaply, and you can, but you're going to be eating a lot of eggs and spinach. And if you want a diversified diet, you're going to have to spend money, because a lot of the keto-friendly carbohydrate substitutes are expensive. For example, almond flour costs 10 times as much as regular flour. Stevia, which is a popular sugar that some people use, There's also, I forgot the name, it's an alcohol-based sugar people use. It costs a lot. So, and especially that first month, you're going to be craving carbs, so you're going to be turning to some of those keto-friendly carb alternatives, and those are very costly. So, if you don't have the extra money to spend on your budget, then it's going to be hard. And also, you're going to be switching to more meats, cheeses, which are some of the most expensive food groups as opposed to cheap carbs. That's why carbs are so popular, because they're filling temporarily and they're cheap. So you're giving up a lot of that. So people that are just making ends meet, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to be successful in this diet. Okay, next, if you don't like to cook, you probably shouldn't do keto. The reason is, most of your meals you will have to prepare yourself from scratch, because you'd be surprised how much hidden sugar is in a lot of the foods that we eat. For example, a jar of Prego has up to 38 grams of sugar. You're going to be preparing a lot of the foods yourself, and you're going to be doing it from scratch. Now, there are some hacks. I use Green Chef, and they deliver the keto to my door. All the recipes are 30 minutes or less. But Green Chef is not cheap. So that, again, goes back to what I said before. You're going to end up spending more money on food than you normally do. Green Chef, I'll put a link to the description. I like it. It works for me, but it's going to be very difficult. So that's why you're going to have to start cooking a lot. Now, I'm not much of a chef, but I learned how to cook. There's some basic things you can cook, but that is going to be one of the big things. You're going to have to do a lot of cooking on this diet, and if you're just living on the edge time-wise, it's going to be very hard, because there are keto-friendly somewhat at fast food restaurants, but you got to be really careful to make sure that even if they say it's keto-friendly, that it's within your particular macros. So the safest way is to cook your own meals, prepare your own food. Next is people that aren't willing to just go all out on it. So you can just kind of eyeball your portions, try to eliminate carbs from your diet, and we call that lazy keto, and it can work. But in order to get the most results, and specifically to get the cognitive effects, you need to measure your macros. You need to make sure you're documenting what you're eating to keep yourself accountable. You need to make sure you're measuring out your portions of food to make sure you're within your macros, instead of just trying to eyeball it, because that's what causes plateaus. So it takes work. This diet is not for people that are lazy. It's not for people that just want to, I'm gonna cut my carbs and lose a whole bunch of weight. So with that being said, why do keto, right? It sounds like it's a lot of work. Well, because it works. The keto diet represents the most healthy, rapid weight loss diet I've ever seen. I lost 100 pounds in a year. A lot of people lose less than that. You can go on any keto support forum, whether it's on Reddit or Facebook or wherever you like to hang out on social media, and you'll see hundreds or dozens, if not hundreds, of unbiased, non-paid testimonials of people who have just completely transformed their lives thanks to this diet. If that's you, you can go ahead and try the 28-day keto challenge. I'll link to that in the description below. And it has some quick recipes. It also has good tips to get on the keto diet to help you ease into it, so you can decide whether it's for you or not. It's something I would highly recommend, and it's not that expensive, so definitely check out the 28-day keto challenge. But otherwise, if you're not willing to do certain things, then this might not be the right diet for you. And so that's why I just want you to get a good idea of what the keto diet is, what it can do for you, but also the fact that it does take work. I mean, the quickest sustainable weight loss is done through keto, and you'll feel better. I mean, it's keto, at least for me, I have really bad attention deficit hyperactive disorder, so the ability to have that increased concentration without having to take increased amounts of medication, it alone makes it worth it. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Go ahead and subscribe if you like it, and hit the bell icon so you'll get additional notifications. And if you have any questions about it, let me know, and I will go back to doing review videos. Don't worry. But I really wanted to talk about this because I really want people to make informed decisions as to what's right for them. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. God bless.